have the former ICC president and Pakistan captain, Mr. Zaheer Abbas. But before we have a little chat with him, let's talk about the great man himself. In 78 test matches, he scored more than 5,000 test runs at an average of just over 44, top scoring with 274 against England in just his second test. In one-day cricket, he was part of World Series cricket, a revolution in the game. He was the first Asian batsman to score 100 first-class centuries and the first batsman to score 3 consecutive centuries in one-day internationals. Now, records like this earned him the nicknames Run Machine and the Asian Bradman, and he was elected as the ICC president in 2015, only the third ex-player to take on that role. And I'm pleased to say that he joins me now from London. Mr. Zaheer Abbas, thank you so much for talking to Beyond the Game. Now, the India-Pakistan fixture is historically one of the most intense rivalries in sport. Can you just give us an insight into what it's actually like to play in a game like that?
Well, actually, players, as you know, they just go in and play. But the pressure comes from the public. That could be from Pakistan, and for Indian players, that would be from Indian public. Both the countries' people, they would love to see their own country winning. As you know, that cricket and in Pakistan and in India also, that is the most famous game, and the people, they love the game. And I can tell you, when this match is on, nobody will be going from one place to another. The roads will be empty. The people will be watching each and every ball, and they would love to see who is going to play well. The main thing is who is going to win. Pakistan has never won against India in the World Cup, so they will try this time. But I can tell you, it will be the match of World Cup.
And one that we are looking forward to. Just to talk about you and your career. Now, on the field, you were a different creature when you played against India. 1,740 runs in 19 tests, 6 centuries and 3 half-centuries. Mentally and physically, how did you prepare for that? You just mentioned that the fans were expecting you to perform, but how did you go into that game?
Well, actually, for me, it was like showing my class, my art to the people. Because most of the people, they will be watching, or they watched you playing while you will be playing against India. And obviously, everybody would like to know, every professional, every countryman, they would like to show extra performance against India. And the thing is, if you think that that is against India or that is against any other country, then you go wrong. The only thing is you have to perform, and if you're performing, you will be famous like all over the world in few hours' time. So that is the most important time. I've never, ever tried that that I will be giving extra, but I will be giving whatever I have to give extra if I can. Otherwise, my own game can tell the world that how I'm doing and how I will be doing. And my scores can tell what I've done after the game.
And this is why you are a legend, sir. Now, in the 90s and the early 2000s, I suppose you could say that that was when the rivalry was at its peak. Do you think that it still carries the same, I don't know, the same significance and prestige it does today?
Well, actually, it is exactly the same thing which, I mean, everybody would be trying. And the point is, all the boys, not just from India, but from Pakistan side also, they are ready to perform for their country. But I can tell you one thing, this is the final, this would be the final of World Cup. And I tell you, last time when we played Champions Trophy. India, they beaten us in the first match, but Pakistan came up. The point is, I know that India at the moment is the best team in the world, no doubt about it, because they have the best batsmen of the world in their team. The bowlers are good, the fielders are very good. But Pakistan can show whatever they have in their sleeve, but at one particular time. And that time will come. I hope that will be against India, and they are really looking forward to play that game as soon as possible against India. The weather is good on that day, so there is no, rain on that day. So we all know that we will be watching the game, because the weather in England now, it's a little bit dicey, rainy, and it's cold. But nobody would like to see this game will be rained off.
Okay, right, Mr. Abbas, if you could just stay there for a second. We've heard all about Pakistan, but what about their opposition? Now, Virat Kohli is the captain and figurehead of an Indian team who are one of the favourites for this year's tournament.
The man with the biggest shoulders in world cricket needs absolutely no introduction to fans of the game. Virat Kohli carries the hopes of hundreds of millions of people whenever he walks onto the pitch. That responsibility increases exponentially in a World Cup year. India's cricket roots can be traced back to 1931.
The Indians believe in going for the bowling. Their captain, the Yuvaraj of Patiala, collecting 40 in half an hour, mostly in sixes. Really bright cricket, in fact. Amar Singh also getting a six. They had to search the grandstand roof for the ball.
India! For the country's fans, it's always been more than just a game. In fact, many would argue it's their staple. People eat, sleep and drink cricket. They place retired star Sachin Tendulkar above almost all things, and increasingly Virat Kohli is being considered on the same pedestal. Kohli enjoys legendary status in India, but the appreciation for his brilliance extends beyond the country's borders. Since bursting onto the international scene in 2008, he's firmly cemented his place in the history books. There are not enough hours in the day to talk about his incredible stats.
When I've done well in the past, again, people have spoken about me. When I haven't done well, I obviously expect them to come out and start saying all sort of things, but very easy to sit at home and write a blog or speak behind the mic.
No doubt Kohli and his men's credentials will be given a stern test at this World Cup. It's been 8 years since they last lifted the trophy. But it's a challenge they're relishing, and the one the world of cricket will enjoy watching.
Okay, so Mr. Abbas, Virat Kohli considered one of the greats of this decade. How does one man carry the weight of expectation of 1 billion people on his shoulders?
His determination, he's a natural player, and most of the time, whether he's outside or inside, focusing the game. The point is, if that is in your blood, to concentrate and play well, I can tell you, your determination will make you the best in the world. So Rohit, Kohli, I must say, he is the best batsman in the world nowadays. Not nowadays, but he was the best in the world for the past so many years. Everybody would like to see his batting. And Rohit Sharma is also, he has plenty of strokes in him. And I tell you, to watch both of them is treat to watch. They are actually, if you ask me, being a professional, I would love to see their batting, because the youngsters can learn. I can also learn, although I've done so much in cricket also. But when I see some of the great shots from both the batsmen, I feel great. I feel very happy.
Okay, one more question, and I kind of do need a quick answer. How crucial is he for India, and how crucial is he for Pakistan to get out cheaply on Sunday?
I tell you what, that will be the day. That will be the day both teams will be looking to play against each other. And it is a very, very important for the players, plus the public of Pakistan all over the world and the public of India all over the world. I can tell you, nobody will be on the road. They will be all watching their own teams, and I hope the best team will win.
Okay, Mr. Abbas, thank you so much for talking to Beyond the Game.